Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? It is your boy, Brandon from Audio Addiction. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. If you're new here, I stream a lot of K-pop stuff. There's kind of a mix, but mostly K-pop stuff here on the channel. If you are watching live on Twitch, come join Discord. That is the best way to get notified of when I go live, all that jazz. Usually it's Monday, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So come through if you are new. Um, some housekeeping stuff. Everything on Patreon should be up to date. I'm like 95% positive, excluding the video I'm literally recording right now. So if you're on Patreon, you get to see all this stuff a lot earlier. If you are watching this on YouTube, then this has already been out for a little bit. So we are continuing on. Huge salutes to Jazz. They have gotten 100,000 channel points, and we are continuing on with SF9. If you missed out, we did all the title tracks from previous streams, in the previous stream, and now we are doing some odds and ends in part 2. So very excited. So yeah, if you missed part 1, sorry, up on Patreon. If you missed part 1 and you're not on Patreon, it'll be up a significant amount of time later. So that's it. If you're watching on YouTube, I've been trying to punch out most of my catalog at this point. I think I have, like, I want to say at least 3 I think I have like 3 months of backlog on on YouTube. So yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, this will be 3 months in the future, or I guess in the past. So that's it. I'm not a time traveler, but very cool, very cool. Kaylee, hello. Unhi, hello. Jazz, hello. Sarah, hello. Andy, hello. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. So very nice, very nice. Brandon, just admit you can. I feel like it's so weird because, like, and I think I've said it before, but just doing like YouTube, it's so weird, like being preserved online. Like some of the earlier shit on my channel is wild. I look like a baby, so kind of insane. But either way, that's neither here nor there. Again, shout outs to Jazz. Jazz, thank you for putting the PDF file together for me here. Gonna get my setup here. Kala, hello. So we're gonna be starting off. It looks like we have some solos. The first one we have on the list here is Bang Bang. This song was written and produced by Zuho, featuring InSong, although it is not considered an official solo. Interesting. Okay. Very nice. All right, I guess we'll get cracking. Let's check it out.
난 이런저런 이런 얘기들 다 얘기들은 됐고 I don't want a conversation go back 이 상황들은 뺏겨 난리 날 준비를 하시고 We gonna be high 가시라 쓰고 우리라고 불러 Dreaming 너와 밤 with a fantasy 날 담은 magazine oh, oh. Feeling 너와 dance with a fantasy oh, oh. 지금 내 기분 멋지야 놀자 feel like a star 이 지루함에 다 지친 분들의 지난 시간들 yeah, yeah. Whatever we going crazy We're never going crazy 다 같이 screaming 터뜨려 bang bang
Ooh.
터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang
Hey, this is catchy. I like this.
오늘 줄 아는 놈 you are 오늘 밤 나랑 뛰어놀래 난뭘 좋아하는 놈 뭐아 오늘 줄 아는 놈 you are 잠깐 기다려봐 확 들어오네 내 맘 깊숙이 crazy 다들 준비는 됐나요 확 들어오네 내 기분 마치 oh yeah 해뜰 때까지만 with you 언제나 그렇듯 baby I'm back in the day 내 노래 다 흘려간 매 숨이 헐떡거리듯 해 난리 날 준비를 하시고 We gonna be high 가시나 쓰고 우리라고 불러 Dreaming 너와 나 with a fantasy 날 담은 magazine oh, oh. Feeling 너와 dance with a fantasy oh, oh. 지금 내 기분 맞이야 물 잡히 like a star 이 지루함에 다 지친 분들의 지난 시간들 yeah, yeah. Whenever we going crazy Whenever going crazy 다 같이 screaming 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 영화 같던 이 순간이 빛이 되어 나를 비춰 지쳐있던 긴 하루가 나 때문에 사라져가 기쁜 하루뿐이었지만 그 하루도 저물어가 이전에 말했었겠지만 이 노래 하나로 Whenever we going crazy Whenever going crazy 멈출 수 없어 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 오늘 밤 이름 입어도 해난뭘 좋아하는 놈 뭐아 또 놀 줄 아는 놈 you are 오늘 밤 나랑 뛰어놀래 난뭘 좋아하는 놈 뭐아 또 놀 줄 아는 놈 you are 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang 터뜨려 bang bang
Oh my god. All right, very cool. This was Zuho's Bang Bang featuring In-sung from the same group. Very nice, very nice. Let's see what we got comment wise. Kala says nice of them to film this before basketball practice. Andy says they are stretching first, and Kala said health conscious kings. Hey, let's go. And Uni says bang bang. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Love that. This was great. I thought it was super catchy. I will say, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen part one. I did love a lot of the SF9 stuff, and I Zuo being one of my favorites from the group. So I when I saw this show up on last stream at the end, I was like, ooh, I'm excited we're starting off with this solo song first. It was great. Really high energy. I love like that kind of like jazzy I'm pretty sure, yeah, the saxophone, like the jazzy or saxophone sound. I thought that was really good. I absolutely love his rapping tone. I feel like the song not only I feel like highlighted him very well, but I'd also say it highlighted In-sung as well. Like I imagine he was doing a lot of those like higher beltier vocal parts, but I'm pretty sure if I've got it correct, and chat can keep me honest as always. I'm pretty positive Zuho's done some singing as well. I know that rappers in K-pop groups also are extremely talented singers as well. So it was really good to hear a little bit of his voice, obviously mixed in with in song as well. So I felt like this combination was really good. The chorus is really catchy. I thought that was like the thing that I noticed the most. I feel like they did a lot of um I think they fixated a lot of the writing towards how good that chorus is. So absolutely excellent job there. Um, I like the bridge a lot as well. I think it kind of broke up the song in a really nice way. I feel like bridges in K-pop, especially like within like the second and third gen groups, and even fourth gen as well. Um, I just love that they still incorporate bridges. I'm sure there's fifth gen groups obviously that do that as well. No shade to them at all, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for a good bridge section, and I felt like this one was a nice change of pace that I think reworked the song, and then you get that really phenomenal last chorus. So, good stuff here. I think this is a good start. Certainly, no complaints from me about Zuho. So. Jazz says he's written a lot more songs for SF9 in himself, though his solos are mostly only available on his SoundCloud. And Jazz did say that he does sing sometimes. Okay, that's fair. I kind of figure it's not like a main thing, but I imagine he definitely does some singing. So good to get the clarification. So very nice, very nice. Shouts to Zuho. So um, all right, we're keeping it moving. The next one we've got is Shooting Star, and this one is Dawan. Helps compose the song in collaboration with the show Move Up, K K Billboard that he was a part of. Interesting. Okay, okay. All right, let's check it out.
지쳐가는 눈을 감고 Let it flow Take it slow 더 끝까지 차오르는 숨 Listen to the sound yeah. When you keep falling down 지금부터 시작인 거야 한 걸음씩 세계를 돌아 Find what is buried in your mind Time never stops no 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 내 마음의 닫힌 방이 가리키는 그곳으로 돌아보지 않고 If you just believe 하나둘씩 쌓여가는 하루들을 꾸고 싶어 눈은 하늘 위로 If you just believe The dreamy voice of a little boy 낡은 일기 장소가 이처럼 작은 소리에 귀 기울여 사람들의 시선들보다 내가 걷는 이 길이 오라 Say no me run Say you're so 내 마음의 닫힌 방이 가리키는 그곳으로 돌아보지 않고 If you just believe 하나둘씩 쌓여가는 하루들을 꾸고 싶어 눈은 하늘 위로 If you just believe It's simple 너 자신을 믿어 And tell yourself you're able It's okay to be slow 기억해 거울 속에 너를 사랑해 흐트러진 것도 완벽해 It's time for a show yeah. 가리키는 그곳으로 돌아보지 않고 If you just believe 하나둘씩 쌓여가는 하루들을 꾸고 싶어
All right, very cool. This is Dawan's Shooting Star. Very nice, very nice. I have to pull up the part one because I remember in I remember in the stream Jazz mentioned that one of the members went on to do like acting, and I was trying to figure out whether or not it was Dawan or not. Let me see. Oh, it was Rowan. Okay, I knew it was one of them. Yeah, I knew it was Juan at the end. Okay, thank you for the clarification, Jazz. Um, this was very good. I'm always I feel like I'm always shocked when uh whenever we get to do like solo songs and stuff. Um, and I'm always curious on how what they're gonna do, right? Like I feel like that's kind of like I think that like in terms of music wise, like this is not what I would have expected Dawan to do, but I like it a lot. I think it suits his voice really well. He's got a very distinct voice. I remember pointing that in part one, but I feel like just with him by himself, he's got a very unique like flavoring to his voice, and I like that. I think that's so good. It's probably the reason why I liked a lot of his vocal sections in SF9 as their group. But I thought this was really, really good. I like kind of like the more pop rock feel of this song. I think it's really fun. It's got like a little bit of an indie-ish feel to it as well. Again, his voice is so captivating to me, so I was really vibing out to that. The chorus extremely catchy as well on this one. Enjoyed it a lot. Um, I think that in terms of the solo songs so far that I've listened to, I feel like this one is the most cut and dry. Like I think like instrumentation was really good. I think his voice definitely was great on that one as well. But I don't feel like it's reinventing the wheel. I just think it's a really really solid song that highlights his skill very well. So I think if you kind of enjoy this genre or this stylization, then I think you're definitely going to have a lot more love for this song, much like myself. But I feel like if maybe this isn't your stylistic, like if this doesn't vibe with you stylistically, then I don't think that it would be a hard song to sell someone. You know what I mean? Like I think anybody can really get into this type of music. Um, but I do feel like if maybe this isn't your vibe, then this may be a little bit harder of a one to just dive into, I guess, to some degree. So, overall, thought it was really good. I think it worked out well for the show. I would have to check out the show and see where that song fit, but other than that, I think it was very good. Definitely my pace for sure. So, enjoyed it. Jazz says though they all have done acting at one point. Ah, okay. Very nice. That is cool. That's cool. Shout out to them. All right. We're keeping it moving tonight. The next one we've got is it looks like it is Drive 5 or Drives. I don't know how I know sometimes I know sometimes K-pop is so interesting when they use numbers and letters and somehow my brain malfunctions a little bit. Uh but this is the first member to get an official solo debut, Hui Young with the single okay, it's pronunciated Driver. Thank you, Jazz. Driver on August 13th of 2023. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get into Hui Young. I'm excited.
Yeah. Whoa. 요즘 내가 변했던 네 말이
Okay.
반갑진 않아 여태껏만이 표현을 했고 재지도 않았어 더 이상 끌려다닐 필요는 없어 웃긴 건 내 맘에 변함없어 결국 넌 네 하마마 yeah 아무래도 답답하 yeah 내가 내가 널 잡아야 우리의 그림이 좀 맞나봐. 난 화를 토해낸 듯이 말을 해도 널 귀에 닿을 것 같지가 않아. 오늘 이별의 가속은 빨라. 아무리 달리고 달려도 앞서가 네가 닿지. It's time for us to make a change. It's time for us to make a It's time for us to make a change. 부셔져 버릴 거야 우린 다. 잠시 힘들긴 하겠지만 걱정 마 우린 빠르니까. Girl, can't say us. You take on me 하지만 넌 떠나가겠지. 네가 오늘은 어떤 기분일지 오늘 날 떠올리기는 했는지 오늘 하늘 이쁘던데 보기는 했는지 그냥 어제처럼 올려보냈니. Yeah, 샤워전 우회전 우리 입장은 늘상 U-turn 소통 부재범인 짜증을 내고 또 왜 난 말도 못해 대답해봐 들은 척도 안 나지 난 내릴래 빨리 뒤차들은 난리 네 손을 꽉 잡지 잡아봤자 뿌리쳐가지 또 차가운 공기만 남기고 찾아버릴 거야 우린 다 잠시 힘들긴 하겠지만 걱정 마 우린 빠르니까 Girl, can't say us You take on me 하지만 넌 떠나가겠지 지나쳐버렸나 봐 뒤돌아보면 멈춘 듯이 확 붙어오네 꼭 부딪히게 이별인 걸 난 모른 채 불러 잠시 힘들긴 하겠지만 걱정 마 우린 빠르니까 Girl, can't say us You take on me 하지만 넌 떠나가겠지 네가 오늘은 어떤 기분일지 오늘 날 떠올리기는 했는지 오늘 하늘 이쁘던데 보기는 했는지 그냥 어제처럼 올려보냈니 Yeah
This was good. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. All right. This was Hui Young. The song is called Driver. If you're joining for part 2 of the SF9 deep dive, thank you for vibing. Appreciate you. Chef's Kiss. This was so good. 100% up my alley. I feel like I'm pretty sure it was Kaylee who said that Hui Young is their bias, and I get it now. I fully get it. I love it. I've been vibing his solo. This is a good fucking solo song. I'm excited to. There's a spoiler alert. There's another one on here, which we'll be checking out in Mirror's Moments. Actually more than one. But I really enjoyed this a lot. I think he's got a great voice, like a singing voice. And I know that he's definitely done some singing in SF9, but I felt like this was the most, and not to tangent a little bit, but like I'm always very excited to check out solo songs because I feel like the members that I do like, or that I'm like, ooh, I really like them in this group. I'm curious how they sound outside of, SF9 or, insert group here, and I think to me, it's always really cool to see these individuals kind of be able to stretch their legs and do their own thing, things that they like to write about or like to sing about. And I think not only does it give me a lot more appreciation for who they are when they're a part of their group, but I would also say it also gives me a lot of appreciation for highlighting how good they are outside of their respective group. And I feel like this is a great example of that, certainly. Hui Young I really enjoyed in SF9. but I also feel like his solo stuff is definitely way more my lane in terms of like musical vibes. It's kind of got that little like R&B, like hip hop rap feel to it, and I'm really vibing with that recently. Um I've been vibing. I'll give a shout out. I've been vibing to Russell's new album, Flowers, and he kind of does that like R&B rap hip hop feel. And so I've been really listening to that album a lot recently, and I feel like this one would just like slide super well into that discography in a good way. So definitely love that. And I think this has a great mix of both. Like it's got obviously his great singing voice, but it's also got some really great like rap sections from him as well. So um the man is lethal. I'll tell you what, he can cook. So I thought this was fantastic. This one's going on the faves. I feel it has to. Like I'd be hard pressed to not put this amongst my favorites for tonight. So I'll just name it Driver so I don't fuck it up later. But great song. This one's I would be a fool to not put this on my favorites tonight. So very cool. Kaylee said yay, so I would assume I am correct. So very nice, very nice. All right, well, we're keeping it moving with some more Hui Young. We are not done yet with him. He later released the single "Happy Birthday" or HBD on December 9th of 23, so same year, and it was written and composed by him. So very nice. All right, let's check it out.
달 말린 머리를 털면서 친구에게 가던 길 담배 한 가지를 물고서
All right, very cool. This was Hui Young and his song "Happy Birthday." Very nice. Jazz says, "I love this one so much." I would agree. It's definitely different. But I enjoyed this one. I what a con what first of all, what a contrast in songs, right? Like Driver was like more of that like hip hop R&B type beat, and this one like I don't know, this one was really cool as well. Like different vibe, a lot more if not entirely singing, which was also really cool kind of a change of pace. I mean, we did get that in Driver, but I felt like this one was really interesting. I like his tone. I feel like what I've noticed in his solo material is just like how much I appreciate his vocal tone because it's really interesting. And I feel like a lot of the SF9 members have such interesting and unique like vocal color to their tone, so I appreciate that a lot. Um, this one was definitely more of like an indie-ish feel to it, and I appreciate that. Like kind of like an indie rock sort of vibe. And I'm here for it. It kind of had like this little bit of like weirdly like haunting sound to it or feeling to it, and I appreciate that. Um, I thought like the way that he stylized his voice kind of had like this sort of I I feel like it kind of had this sort of like longing in some way. But it was really good. I think he's got obviously a fantastic set of vocals. So I feel like he used it super well. But yeah, definitely different vibe. I would say like a I would say it almost feels like a 180 in some ways, but I like seeing kind of the different sides of the spectrum, right? Like I feel like if you're a talented artist, like you're able to kind of encompass different things that would make the song interesting or you may be able to fit the song better if you do something like this. Like I think to me he does a really great job of knowing what to fit into a certain song and how to kind of incorporate that into his stylization, and I really love seeing that. So this was a really great one as well. I still feel like Driver is a little bit more my speed, but I will say that this one is a very close second. As well, I just really enjoyed the time listening to this one. This was a cool solo as well. So, Hui Young, I feel like has definitely earned himself a new fan of his solo material. So I'll have to check out more of his songs in the up and coming future. So Kelly says, I have to BRB for a bit. Hopefully, I'll be back because I love this. Hey, have fun. Thanks, Kaylee. Hopefully, you'll be back soon. Thanks for vibing. All right. We are keeping it moving, though. We've got one last one, I believe, unless there's more on the list. But we've got another one from Hui Young. This one is called Is It Love? Most recent comeback with the Traveling Fish single that included the previous two tracks. Okay. All right. Let's check it out.
Yeah. 너도 들려 내 심장 소리 막아도 가릴 순 없지 그만해 어쩌면 이건 다 너의 계획일 수도 있어 왜 그리 쳐다봐 자꾸만 네 앞에 서면 보잖아 yeah. 이건 분명 문제야 우리가 함께 빠져들어갈 이 바다 It is love You take my eyes Oh baby oh I know Yeah yeah This is love Walk with me please I wonder where we at Time passes more slowly yeah. 이상한 느낌이 들어 혹시 이건 분명 다른 느낌인 갈수록 내가 다른 사람 된 것 같아 yeah. Oh please 밤이 깊어질 때까지 잠시만 옆에 더 있어줘 내일이 안 왔음 해널 보내고서 그 다음은 살기 싫어 yeah. 사랑이 아닌 어때 널 보면 다른 게 떠오르지가 않는데 It is love You take my eyes Oh baby oh I know Yeah yeah This is love Walk with me please I wonder where we at Time passes more slow 너가 어디든 건 상관없어 펼쳐진 밤들이 Time passes more slow 네 눈에 있고 조금만 기다리면 그게 어디든 난 네 앞에 있어 차가워진 나의 손끝에 아쉬움이 서리고 고요한 이 도시가 아주 조금만 더 이렇게 yeah. It is love You take my eyes Oh baby oh I know Yeah yeah This is love Walk with me please I wonder where we at Time passes more slow 너가 어디든 건 상관없어 펼쳐진 밤들이 Time passes more slow 네 눈에 있고 조금만 기다리면 그게 어디든 난 네 앞에 있어
All right, very cool. This was Hui Young's "Is It Love." Very nice, very nice. We got a comment from Andy. Andy says, "So good." I would also agree. I was vibing. I was vibing. It's a good one. Um, all of these have been vastly different in good ways. I feel like maybe "Happy Birthday" and "Is It Love" I think were maybe a little bit more closer associated. But I really enjoyed this a lot. I think, again, not to rehash what I said earlier, but I think there's such a fun way of being able uh to be able to kind of show off different variations or kind of different musical perspectives. And I feel like Hui Young has done a really great job of being not only I feel like being able to um be able to show off obviously his vocal skills, but like Driver, he was able to kind of show off a little bit more of the rapping skills. Happy Birthday kind of again leans a little bit closer to Is It Love, but I feel like if anything, Is It Love showed off how much more uh or at least from my perspective, how much better he has become as a vocalist. Like I think his singing voice is like really encapsulating. He has like a gorgeous vocal tone. And I think he was really able to kind of like I feel like he was able to really double down with a song like this where his voice like with his voice being the primary focal point of it along with like the instrumentation. I think he did a really beautiful job of making the song seem really catchy. It's got a great hook to it, and I think that obviously shows off again how how thoughtful he is in that aspect of writing these types of songs. So I really enjoyed that. I love the chorus of the song. I think it's got such a beautiful hook to it as well. um I also enjoyed like kind of he gets into like a little bit of like a either like head voice or falsetto tone, but like it's really gorgeous. And I hope that in future tense, when SF9 comes back again, I would like to hope that he would utilize that, and maybe some of that will translate over to more SF9 material where he's singing. Because I do feel like he's got a really beautiful voice, and I do think that there would be really great ways to kind of get that into their musicality, which is cool. I mean, like I said, all of them can sing super well. So it would be just another lovely addition to that group, certainly. But yeah, I love the vibe. Very good vibes. Vibes were high on this one, certainly. Um, and yeah, like I said, they have all been like slightly different, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I think it shows off so much more versatility, and obviously being able to show off what you're capable of as an individual. I think is always a good and strong point to look at. So, great job, Hui Young. If by some chance you are scrolling through YouTube and watching this, I appreciate you. But this was awesome. I think I have had a newfound love for Hui Young. So very nice. All right, we're keeping it moving. It looks like the next one is called "Hug Me." The second member with an official solo is Taeyang, with the song "Hug Me." He hoped it would bring comfort to those going through tough times. Very nice, very nice. I also complete backpedaling a little bit. I also, and maybe chat can kind of comment on this a little bit, but I genuinely like Hui Young with glasses versus not, and like his hairstyle. I like genuinely was like, this doesn't even look like the same person. Like he definitely like obviously I'm pretty sure this is like, yeah, it was like a yearish so difference. But I was like genuinely like, wow, he really changed his vibe entirely. I don't know if it's the glasses though. I feel like sometimes glasses can like change how you look as a person. Um, so I genuinely was like, holy shit, like that man be vibing. Um, Sarah says Brandon got Clark Kented. Yeah, I did genuinely. I was like, man, is this the same person? I mean, I feel like I look different without glasses on, genuinely. Like, so I'm not surprised that I am also blind to my own to my own my own crutch. So Jazz says I kind of get it though. I don't recognize myself without glasses, and both just because I can't see without. That's true. That hey, listen, I feel that. That's energy right there. That's for real. Um, but oh man, if I like, 'cause I was like, while I was watching like Happy Birthday, I was like, is this we talking about the same guy? Like, he did Driver, you know. Um, so that's great. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I genuinely was like, this is weird. Is it just me? So all right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving. Before I'm blinded to something else. But this is Taeyong's song "Hug Me." So let's check it out.
I don't know 아무것도 계속된 기다림은 공허한 세상 사이로 걸어 I don't know it 새벽비는 내려와 나를 적시고 거울 앞에서 두 눈 보면서 안아줘 날 안아줘 For me now 애타게 잤던 것 가장 아름다운 걸 언제나 빛나는 꿈인걸 I don't know 나의 마음을 깊게 패인 나의 두 눈 어두운 갈림길 속을 헤매고 선명해지고 그렇게 또 아픔은 익숙해져가 안아줘 날 안아줘 For me now 애타게 찾던 것 가장 아름다운 것 언제나 빛나는 꿈인 걸 매일 같은 날들도 내게 소중하기에 안아줘 날 안아줘 꽉 잡아줘 언제나 가장 아름다운 건 내 안에 빛나는 꿈인 걸
All right, very cool. This was Taeyong's "Hug Me." If you're joining tonight, thanks for joining for part 2 of SF9's deep dive. Jazz says his voice is so special. He has such a lovely tone. I would agree. I would agree. I feel like Taeyong was probably the one person that I feel like definitely I feel like I kind of had a feeling he was going to do a song like this, and I'm glad that he did do a song like this because I feel like his voice kind of suits this sort of stylization. Um, I love this a lot. I think this was really cool. I love like the ballady sort of feel of this. First of all, gorgeous tone. I feel like I would agree with Jazz that he kind of does it kind of has a way of like kind of lightly flowing over the song in a really beautiful way. And I feel like it was really nice to just hear him in the first verse of the song with just like the acoustic guitar and just his voice. I feel like there's such a directness to that, and I really do appreciate the writing style, and it really allows you to kind of fixate on that moment of just him in the guitar. So I thought that was a really beautiful arrangement in that aspect, and I do like that they build off that. Like you get this really beautiful like piano section. You've got like strings incorporated in there. Um and I do feel like they do a great job of really kind of directing a lot of that emotion to the song and to his voice. So I think that it's a great job. There is one section of the song that I really liked a lot. Was I think it was like just before. I don't know if it technically would be maybe like post bridge or maybe like the beginning of the last chorus, but I love the fact that they just had him and the guitars at just before they brought back in like the violins and stuff. I thought that was really well intentioned, and I think it also does a great job of making the song feel a little bit more for full circle as well. Like I think just kind of mimicking the beginning portion of that song to kind of really tie you into the end and really give you a beautifully ended chorus. I think was a really smart move on their part. So I think they did a really great job with his song. But yeah, I would say this is what I feel like I expected from Taeyong, but he absolutely delivered. Um, and I like I said, there's something really endearing about his voice, especially in this song. I think you could tell he put a lot of heart and soul into it, and I think that really stems from just like the really beautiful lyricism in this track as well too. So really beautiful. Um, Gorgeous song. So uh, glad to have had it in SF9's arsenal. So very nice, very nice. All right, we're keeping it moving. The next one is Mute is Off. This was released on January 14th. This is In Sung became the third member to go solo with the Crossfade mini album. Ooh, okay. Very nice. All right, let's check out In Song then.
내게 쏟아졌지만 마음은 조용히 숨어 있었지. 말없이 웃고 조용히 걷고 내 안에 소린 감춰둔 채 익숙한 조명 아래 다시 나를 깨워야 해. 숨죽인 시간 속에 켜지는 나의 진짜 목소리. 뮤트에서 숨겨둔 나 이 순간에 깨어나고 있어. 흔들리는 마음의 끝에서 진짜 나를 보낼 테니까. 잠들 듯한 진심의 끝, 그 끝을 보며 헤매였지. 괜찮단 말 들었을 때도 내 눈은 더 먼 곳을 봤어. 두려움도 끌어안고 다시 나를 열어봐. 시선은 필요한 채 멈춰둔 나를 깨워가. 뮤트에서 나의 진심 흔한 말로 난 전할 수 없어. 고요했던 마음의 틈에서 진짜 나를 보낼 테니까. 꺼져있던 빛 하나 작은 떨림을 따라 어느새 나는 서 있어. 숨기지 않은 너로. Mute is off. 이젠 분명해. 흔들림 없이 날 불러낼게. 지쳤던 내 마음의 조각도 언젠간 사라지니까. Mute is 숨겨둔 나 이 순간에 깨어나고 있어. 흔들리는 마음의 끝에서 진짜 나를 보낼 테니까. Mute is off.
All right, all right. Very nice. This was In Song in his song Mute is Off. Very nice, very nice. This was great. Very similarly to Taeyong, I kind of in the back of my head after listening through part 1 on Monday, I was like, I feel like if we get an In Song solo song, I feel like this is the type of song I would imagine him to do, and I'm glad I got it right because I was a little. I feel like he's a belter. You know what I mean? Like he gave me the vibe of belting. I know he's done like a lot of like the ad libs and runs, so I know that man can sing. So I was like, I was like, he's gonna give us like a rock ballad. I'm here for it. So this was really, really good. I feel like I'm a little bit biased because I really loved his voice. He's one of my biases, I would say, in SF9 for sure. Um, but man, such a powerful powerhouse vocalist. I think he's such a great addition to SF9. Especially again, pair it up well with Taeyong, another incredible vocalist. I think they do such a great job, but like in different ways. I feel like again, Taeyong has a subtlety to his voice, and I feel like In Sung is just like a powerhouse vocalist. You know what I mean? Like he's got the delivery, he's got the punch. So I really love this song because I think it highlights his voice super well, especially in that chorus. That chorus is chef's kiss. It's so good, so big, it's so dynamic. So I love that. As well as that, I like that there's a great build to the chorus of this song. I feel like the verses are really, I want to say subdued, but I feel like they're a little bit more chill, and then you get into that pre-chorus and the song builds a little bit more, and then really kind of lands super well in in those choruses, especially the last chorus. The last chorus was phenomenal as well. But yeah, I think this song is extremely well written. I think they definitely knew what they were doing with In Song in terms of what type of title track to do for his solo debut. So, um, great choice on that front. Um, I also love the MV a lot. I think it was cool to see like a lot of the parallels, like when he's like the camper type person with the flag, like he's dressed differently. He's got a dog, and then like you have the writer version of him that's like has like a button up and a tie, and then like has a cat. So I thought the parallels were really cool. And I like that kind of, again them kind of like meeting each other essentially at the end. I thought was really cool storytelling as well. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. This was definitely one I was looking forward to from part one. And so I feel like I'm set with Insung. I feel like he's such a great vocalist, so I feel as though I have made the right choice. So love to see it. But yeah, phenomenal song. I would put this on my list. It would be stupid for me to not put this on my favorites. So have to do it. Jazz says he's so talented. It was great to see all of the TikTok challenges for this song too, with so many great vocalists singing along. Very nice, very nice. I'll have to. I don't really have TikTok. I feel like that makes me old, but I'll. If you've got some good ones, feel free to drop them in Discord. I will absolutely check them out. So, very cool, very cool. We are keeping it moving though. The next set of songs that we are doing looks to be songs from OSTs, which is cool. This first one on that blockade of songs is "Love Me Again." This is SF9's first OST for the drama Familiar Wife that aired in the fall of 2018. Oh, okay, very nice. We'll check it out now then. Let's give it a listen.
Sometimes I follow the moonlight. Hello, my. 가려버린 너를 보는 시선들. 알 수 없는 미로 속 느낌들. 몰랐어 나 자신도 서로 다른 세상에 올 때까지 내가 아는 너는 누굴까 그런 슬픈 눈빛 너였나 밀려드는 감정 속에 난 어렴풋이라도 알아줘 넌 기억해 다시 널 가질 순 없을까 알겠어 네 곁에서 어린 감정 속에 갇혀있던 날 내가 아는 너는 누굴까 그런 슬픈 눈빛 너였나 밀려드는 감정 속에 난 너의 마음 속에 가둬줘 갖고 싶은 그 웃음 빛처럼 눈이 부신 너의 모든 것들 천걸음 멀어져게 따라 난 아직 널 사랑한다는 걸 Love me again Love me again
All right, very cool. This was SF9 Love Me Again from the OST Familiar Wife. Very nice. Um this was good. I like this. This was very solid. Um I feel like to me, and I love watching. I know chat. I don't. I feel like chat likes these types of videos, but to me, it's always cool. Like, obviously, whoever does these videos are sick because I feel like to me, it's always cool to visualize like who does what, and having them kind of more color coded is always good. I will say I feel like with SF9 though, they all have like varying different voices, so I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to decipher who's who. Um, but it is always cool to kind of get a little bit more of that honesty from the video on here. But I thought this was really really good. I was surprised by the like I guess like electronic slash I wouldn't say it's quite EDM, but definitely like a little bit of that like soft electronic feel of the song. I thought that was very interesting. Um the thing that I think I noticed about this one is like how good like first of all of them are as vocalists. I feel like they're all really talented. But as well as that, I feel like I noticed a lot of like the ensemble vocals, like having them together. Like I'm pretty sure closer to the end, like that "Love Me Again" part, with Insung and Jaeyoon, was really good. I love that kind of combination, and I'm pretty sure the combo before that was Insung and Rowan. I'm pretty sure. But I really like seeing that. I feel like visualizing it obviously does help out a lot, but like loving like the stacked vocals in that aspect, I think it was really good. Um, as well as that, like I said before about SF9, I feel like they've got a really cool colorization to their voices. I really liked. I feel like I was falling in love with Chani late in the stream. He had some really great vocal parts in this section. Hui Young was also really good in this song. I know Zuho did a little bit of singing, Dawan as well. I heard some stuff from Youngbin, so it was cool to see like every member kind of have their own like little bits and pieces within the song. I thought that was really nice. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a very solid song. Like, I think it's very well written, and I like the dynamics of the song. I think that's what kind of aided to my enjoyment of the song. I think they did a really great job making it feel like bright and energetic in that way. So, great song. I thought this was very solid. So, all right, very cool. We are keeping it schmoving. Looks like we've got Love Graduation. Next. Um, or Love Gradation. Is it Gradation? Maybe it is. Oh, I can't read. So, uh, uh, is an OST from the web drama. It's Gradation. Okay. Love Gradation is an OST from the web drama Dok Go Bin. Is updating, sung by Hui Young and In Sung. They were also a part of the cast. Oh wow! Oh, that's cool. Very nice. All right, let's get into Love Gradation then.
눈부셔 baby 멀리서도 빛이 나잖아 살며시 미소라도 지어준다면 내게로 gradation 푸른 너의 빛으로 물들어 가잖아 시크한 말투에 무심한 눈빛도 싫지 않았던 걸까 언제부터일까 너를 생각하면 괜히 숨이 차오르고 눈이라도 슬쩍 마주칠 때면 붉어지는 볼이 맘에 새겨 I want you baby 어떤 모습에도 아름다워 보여 baby 멀리서도 빛이 나잖아 살며시 미소라도 지어준다면 내게로 gradation 푸른 너의 빛으로 물들어 가잖아 핑크색의 입술 알 수 없는 표정 신비로운 눈빛 무방비 상태로 내게 빠져들어 눈에서 헤엄치고 있어 손이라도 살짝 마주칠 때면 침을 삼킨 소리 들린 걸까 I want you baby 어떤 모습에도 아름다워 보여 baby 멀리서도 빛이 나잖아 살며시 미소라도 지어준다면 내게로 gradation 붉게 물든 맘에 꽃을 피워주던 you 뚜뚜루뚜 yeah love 뚜뚜루뚜 내 맘의 색깔은 love 뚜뚜루뚜 yeah 푸른 너의 빛으로 물들어 가는 나야 날 따라 웃어보는 나 alright 어색해도 이제는 알아 my love oh real love 눈부셔 baby
아마 우린 다른 세상을 보고 있는지도 몰라 허나 지금 너와 나의 마음만은 똑같아 알 수 없는 너의 눈알 수 없는 너의 손 헷갈리는 나의 마음까지 다
눈부셔 baby 멀리서도 빛이 나잖아 살며시 미소라도 지어준다면 내게로 gradation 푸른 너의 빛으로 물들어 가잖아 you 뚜뚜루뚜 yeah love 뚜뚜루뚜 내 맘의 색깔은 love 뚜뚜루뚜 yeah 붉게 물든 맘에 꽃을 피워주던 you
All right, very cool. This was Love Gradation from Dokobin is updating from Hui Young and Insung. Very nice. Uh I enjoyed this. This was very fun. I feel like this was definitely a little bit of the Insung show, which was fine. He's got a great I feel like I've glazed him enough, but he's got great vocals, and I feel like this song definitely was like 80% him and like 20% Hui Young, which was great. I think his little bits of rap section was good in the song, but Man, such a fun melody. I also feel like the chorus of the song has like another fantastic hook. Um, so I really love that a lot. Um, what's that song called? Now I can't remember it. It kind of gives me like instrumentation wise, not I guess kind of in a similar boat, but it kind of gives me a little bit of like Bruno Mars Treasure, like especially like in the verses of Treasure, kind of gives me that vibe. I think it also has a lot to do with like the synth tones, the guitar tones, like instrumentally I feel like it's kind of in a similar kind of chord structure, which is fine. Fantastic song. And would gladly listen to that one. Will gladly listen to this one as well. But I feel like there is some interesting parallels, at least musically, to that song, which was cool. But yeah, another phenomenal one. I also I also love that throughout the clips, I love that they made Insung like this really dorky, nerdy guy. And then like obviously you see like clips of him actually singing and you're like, man, I feel like the SF9 boys I will never get. Like I think they look vastly different with glasses versus not. I still feel like I'm getting Clark Kented, as Sarah mentioned earlier. I'm just the vibes can't unsee it. You know what I mean? Man looks good without his glasses. I'll give him that, but he does look like a dork, and that's coming from a dork myself with glasses. So I feel that pain. And they also made Hui Young look like a jock, which I feel like the contrast between the two of them is so crazy. And then like seeing Hui Young like a little bit later in the booth, like it was just crazy. To me, it felt like a Freaky Friday moment. You know what I mean? So, which I feel like is hilarious. But other than that, great song. I feel like that should be like this would probably be the joke that I will make throughout the entirety of part two at this point. So, um, I'm just getting ammunition, man. So, very cool, very cool. We're gonna keep it moving though. The next one we've got is Starlight. This is one of Chani's solo OSTs for the drama True Beauty. He acted in the drama as well. Very nice, very nice. All right. The boys are doing a lot. We love to see it. So, all right, let's get into Starlight then.
보랏빛으로 물든 하늘 쓸쓸한 바람에 더욱 시려오는 밤 내 맘에 새겨진 익숙한 기억들이 다시 너로 가득한 이 밤 고마운 기억만 남아서 함께 설레이던 웃음 짓던 너와 나 다시 별이 되어 사라질까봐 이 마음 빈자리에 간직할게 눈 감으면 네가 선명해서 빛나던 네가 더 그리워져서 긴 밤을 지새운 너의 자리에 난 잠시 쉬어가 곁에 머물게 지친 밤에 눈물로 피어난 나의 노래가 하늘에 닿으면 천천히 영원한 꿈처럼 다가와줘 별이 되어서 내 곁에 맘이 내게 닿을 때 가끔 날 비추던 하늘의 별빛들은 마치 따스히 내 맘을 감싸던 너의 대답 같아서 고마워. 눈 감으면 네가 선명해서 빛나던 네가 더 그리워져서 긴 밤을 지새운 너의 자리에 난 잠시 쉬어가 곁에 머물게. 지친 밤에 눈물로 피어난 나의 노래가 하늘에 닿으면 천천히 영원한 꿈처럼 다가와줘. 별이 되어서 네 곁에 잊지 못한 그날들을 따뜻하게 빛나줘. 오늘은
All right. This was Chani's Starlight. Very nice. Very nice. This was beautifully done. I really enjoyed this a lot. A couple comments here. Jazz says it's so nice to see him grow more comfortable with his singing as time goes by. I would agree. I would agree, and I think that I know I made the comment about how much I've loved his voice more and more as we were getting later into SF9's discography. But he's got such a good voice. Like I know he kind of was kind of doing like a rap similarly to Hui Young. Like he was doing some rapping, he was doing some singing, but mostly I think singing. But like the comfortability level, I feel like is so good to see. You know what I mean? Like I love. First of all, I would be fucking shitting my pants if I had to do something like that, and it was just me on stage singing. I feel like in that aspect, he did a phenomenal job. Singing, performing the song live. I feel like that's also just a huge thing. Um, I'd also say I really feel like his tone has just grown on me a lot. In the past stream till now, like he's got such a like welcoming and like warm tone to his singing, and I feel like this song does a really beautiful job of highlighting that in a gorgeous way. And I also appreciated the instrumentation. Like I think he could have I feel like he could have done a song where there may not have been as much instrumentation. Like there could have been a song where he could have done a lot more instrumentation and like hid behind it a little bit more. And I think there's just something really not only I feel like really cool to see from the perspective of like, wow, like he's really singing this song and it's just like him and piano. And I think that that's really, really such a powerful statement to make. But also as well as that, I feel like it really gets to highlight his vocals really well. And I think it obviously grows his ability to sing and perform that much more so. So it was really cool to see that. And I think I love the kind of like raw and real performance from Chani with this song. I think he did a really 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 beautiful job with this track. So I enjoyed this one a lot. I think I enjoyed it. Um, I to be honest, I didn't know what I was gonna expect from Chani, but I feel like he definitely exceeded those expectations. So great job. I think this was incredible. So very nice, very nice. All right, we are keeping it moving. The next one we've got is Mallow. This is a song by Hui Young and Chani for the drama Intimidation, or yeah, Imitation. Sorry, cannot even read tonight. Imitation, in which they are both acting as members of the boy group Sharks. God, Oh my god, I love this. Jazz put SHAX, but in parentheses put shark. Again, hilarious. Hilarious. I love that. Other members of this fake boy group include Jungho from ATEEZ, June, a soloist formerly of UKISS, Yuri, formerly of JXR, and On Junghyun, who is an actor. Shark disbanded once on the drama stopped airing. Okay, very interesting. What a what a what an interesting song. First of all, interesting that there is a drama of that, and also incorporating members that are in or were in boys groups. So very unique. All right, well, let's check it out then.
장난 섞인 말로 나를 흔들지 좀 마. 제발 내버려둬. Please stop. 달콤한 사탕 발린 저리 치워줘.
이번에는 달라 제발 아무 소용없어 뭔가 돌리려고
해봤자 no way, stay away. 진저리가 나. 한 번만이라도 생각해봐 너의 말이 얼마나 그게 얼마나 내게 독이 됐는지.
너무 지쳐 just get away
내가 결정하겠어. 돌리려고 해도
쓸데없는 걸 더는 듣기 싫어 흔들 빠진
나를 설득하지 마.
Give it up, give it up, give it up
What? 대체 뭐가 문제야? 그게 속죄야. 해결 과제야. 질러버린 관계에서 과연 누가 승자야? 말보다는 행동이 먼저란 나얘야. 색 속에도 나와 있지 그게 좋은 예야. 아파도 슬퍼도 표현을 못하네. 누가 더 날 것도 없이 결과는 불보다 뻔해. You can do it 내 말대로 조심해. 브르르파 복습해라 이거 진짜 경고야. 한 번만이라도 생각해봐 너의 말이 얼마나 그게 얼마나 내게 독이 됐는지.
너무 지쳐 just get away
Now. 내가 결정하겠어. 돌리려고 해도
쓸데없는 걸 더는 듣기 싫어 흔들 빠진
나를 설득하지 마. 중요한 건 내 자신이야. 내가 결정해, 내가 선택해. 아무도 내게 강요하지 마. 네 말이 얼마나 그게 얼마나 내게 독이 됐는지.
너무 지쳐 just get away 됐어
내가 결정하겠어. 돌리려고 해도
쓸데없는 걸 더는 듣기 싫어 흔들 빠진
나를 설득하지 마.
됐어
이미 내 마음을 정했어. Now without you 더는 필요 없어. 지금 상황을 돌리려고 해도
쓸데없는 걸 더는 듣기 싫어 흔들 빠진
나를 설득하지 마.
All right, very cool. This was Malo, which features Hui Young and Chani for the song Imitation. Very nice. Um, also, it's just so wild to see Jungho. That's hilarious. I feel like it's just like I feel like it's interesting, like universes crossing in some ways, because I know we've covered a lot of ATs over the years. So that's cool. Yukis, I hope we'll get to cover at some point, and JXR, I don't think we've covered yet either. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll cover those groups at some point. Um, but I enjoyed this. This is a very good song. I was a little surprised, and maybe this is just maybe just is just a side piece to this song. Collectively, I thought it was very good first and foremost, but I am surprised given that this show features obviously former members and current members of boys groups. I'm surprised that Jungho, Jun, and Yuri didn't. I'm surprised they didn't incorporate any of their vocals in this song. I don't know if maybe it just again I know chat may or may not know the answer to this or not, but I am surprised considering like the show is about them being a boys group and stuff. So I was surprised that it didn't have people that were also in the space or currently still in the space like kind of giving their own vocals on this song. So I was a little surprised. That was probably the only thing that I think surprised me about this song. It was very good. I just think it was very interesting. Jazz says they are in the song, but I only mentioned Hui Young and Chani because of SF. Okay, I was like, damn. I was like, I had a feeling, but I wasn't entirely sure. So thanks for the clarification, Jazz. Well, that does change my commentary, I guess, to some degree. I really enjoyed this a lot. I think I would have enjoyed it even if it was just Hui Young and Chani, but I feel like the combination of all of them, they sounded really good together. So I imagine this is just a one-time thing for the show, for the drama series. But I thought this was really, really well put together. I think like them all kind of commingling. I think they did a really great job with this one. Um, but I thought this was really, really good song. Like energy level on the song was awesome. Um, Obviously you could hear Jungho doing a lot more of the like belting stuff, which is great. I'm not entirely sure on Jun or Yuri in terms of their what if they were doing vocals or rapping sections, but in the song, but I really enjoyed it. Fu Young obviously did a fantastic job. Chani, I love his vocal tone in this song as well too. But I thought this was really sick. This is a really good song. I enjoyed this a lot. And I think obviously them kind of putting all of these members together in one song feels like a really interesting and cool like collaboration. So I like that. That was awesome. Jazz says they have a mini album as a group and collabs with other fake groups of the show. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. I'll have to check it out. But I enjoyed that. That was fun. All right. We are keeping it moving. The next one we've got is My Universe. This is Jaeyoon's solo OST for his web drama Love in Black Hole that aired during the late 2021. Okay. Very nice. All right. Let's check it out.
보여주고 싶어 내게 쏟아지는 저 별들을 깊어지고 있는 밤을 보여주고 싶어 내게 나의 밤을 우리 오늘 두 눈으로 하나 봐요. 아무 말 안 해도 괜찮아요. 기대고 싶어지면 내 어깨를 빌려요. 지금처럼요. 그대 내게
Nice. Wow. Very beautiful song. All right. Very nice. This was Jaeyoon's My Universe from the OST drama Love in a Black Hole. Very nice. Tutu June, thanks for hanging. Appreciate you. Jazz says the girl is an idol as well, by the way. She is Sola from WJSN, and Tutu June says good voice. I had a feeling she looked, like I said, she looked familiar, but I have a tendency to put my foot in my mouth, so I wanted to. I'm glad the intuition was there, certainly. So, um, I enjoyed the song a lot. I feel a little bad because I feel like Jaeyoon, I was lacking a little bit in part one. I feel like his voice was really good, and I feel like this only makes the nail in the coffin feel a little bit heavier because I'm like, man, he's got such a good voice, and I feel like I did not notate it as much as I could have. But I really like this a lot. I think this is really, really beautiful. I think his voice has a very like clean tone to it, and I really like that a lot. I think he's very like he's got a very like light voice, and I think songs like this that are like basically like a ballad song, I feel like really highlight his voice even better. So I really loved hearing that. I also appreciate that the instrumental wasn't, as I mentioned before, a little bit crazier. I like that it was mostly like that beautiful acoustic guitar, and then there was some piano, obviously incorporated into that. I think that was super super nice. But I really like this song a lot. I think like I said, his voice has such a serenity to it, and I think he really suited this song super well. So I enjoyed this. I would put I'd probably put this one on my favorites. I think it was just really calming, that I was just like, I feel like I was at peace with this one. So I enjoy this. Shout out to Jaeyoon. I feel like for all you Jaeyoon fans of SF9, I feel like I did your man a disservice in part one. So I'm looking to rectify it slightly. So um very nice, very nice. All right. We're gonna keep it moving. The next one we've got is question mark. This one's also with Jaeyoon, Dawoon, and Zuho. From the BL drama Starstruck. Zuho was one of the main leads for the drama. Very nice. Jazz says, as a Jaeyoon biased fantasy, you're forget. You know what? That kind of strikes up a commentary. I am very curious whenever like we cover groups. I feel like I'm curious what like the no pun intended. I'm curious what the bias is for like each member. Like what's their level? Like who is biased more off like most in this group versus others. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. Okay. So now I know so now I know, Jazz. So I appreciate it. Jazz says, for real, I feel like we never mentioned it. It is very interesting. I think to me, like as someone who like gets into these groups and like does deep dives, I am very curious who is like the most biased member of each group, right? You know what I mean? Like it is very interesting. So if you are watching this, let me know who your bias is in SF9, because like I said, I stupidly don't ask that question, and I'd be curious to know because I I like to I'm a numbers person, so I feel like I'm always very curious who like is the most biased person out of each group. So that's interesting. This is interesting. But either way, I digress. We are keeping it moving with question mark next. So let's give it a listen. Jaeyoon's, Dawon, and Zuho's song question mark from their drama Starstruck. Very nice, very nice. I enjoyed this a lot. Very, very good. I would put this on my favorites. I was vibing hard with this one. I liked it. It is. I will say that the chorus in this song extremely catchy. I love like the melody of that. I think it was the. Let me see if I can find it. The. I think it was like the can't describe. Yeah, the can't describe. Like the way that they kind of like broke up the I in the middle, I thought was really cool. I think it does add to like the catchiness of the song, so I appreciate that. Also the combination vocally between Jaehoon and Dawon, I feel like was really great in this song. So I love the vocal chemistry there. I thought that was really good. Zuho also kind of adds a unique dimension to the song as well too. Comparatively to Jaeyoon and Dawon, I think he's got such a cool like rapping and like vocal tone. So I think they kind of counterbalance each other in a really nice way. But yeah, this has like a very like I don't know. It's kind of got like a little bit of a summerish feel to it. So I'm here for it. So I like that a lot. But yeah, extremely catchy song. Really enjoyed this one a lot. I was vibing my way through it. So this was a great one. So very nice. Two Tunes, thanks for sending the any song, but we are doing SF9 tonight, so I'm gonna just return your points back to you. But I will feel free to recommend it when we do a chaos or a catch up stream in future tense. So we'll check it out. But thanks for a recommendation. I just wanted to make sure you didn't lose your points. So thank you. Very nice, very nice. All right, we're out of the OSTs. We're migrating over to the B-sides. So we are doing, it looks like the first B-side we are listening to is Play Hard. This is from the Narcissus mini album. So we're going to check out this one. I'm guessing these are all of Jazz's favorite B-sides from these releases. So I think we're going through all of their releases and doing Jazz's favorite B-sides. So that's sick. I'm here for it. So let's check it out. Very nice. Two Tunes. It's all right. Thanks for sending it over again. Jazz says they're mostly fan favorites. Okay. Are any of these, I am curious, are any of these B-sides actually your favorites from any of the any of the albums from SF9? I'd be curious to again weigh that out. That's true too. I should always preface with people, it would be cool to see if like the B side that you like from their like from a specific album, is it the same as what most consider a fan favorite? That I think that would also be interesting. I'm really getting into the weeds of this tonight, but we're doing it. So, all right, let's check out Play Hard first.
Oh yeah. Let me tell what's needed, girl. Let me introduce myself. Are you ready? 정신을 불러 친구들 불러 오늘은 아치고 밤이고 땅에서 굴러 발을 위둘러 에이 눈앞의 현실을 비틀어 에이 시침 소린 틱 켜진 PC 미리 헬리필 원픽 뻔해 보이는 세상도 지금부터 내가 다뤄 잡아놨던 이성은 버리고 하늘 날아 정신 차리고 보니 또다시 돌아온 좋은 시간 학교 숙제 과제 끝난 지 얼마나 됐다고 한 얘기만 뭘 봤음 뭐금 튀어 자유는 없나요 베베베 아이들은 나 모르겠다 동전 챙기고 가자 걸어 이제 또 화끈하게 나처럼 춤을 출래 모두 다 준비되고 지금부터 보내라 나처럼 그루비하게 오늘 같은 fade out no 화끈하게 fade out It's my showtime
보내기 화끈하게 정신 차리고 보니 또다시 돌아온 월요병 넥타이 지긋지긋해 알바 면접도 불합격 월급 지르고 뭐해 또다시 카드비 나가는 거 아예란 모르겠다 그냥 풀어 제껴 오늘은 정신 오케이
A Daewon rap? What? Hey, let's go. Okay.
나처럼 춤을 출래 지금 붙여버리라 나처럼 그루비하게 오늘 같은 Friday night No no 화끈하게 Friday night
Ooh.
Mic check
Ooh. Cool.
my homie going on and on I will set you free as it can be 원치 않았니 네가 보낸 지난 5일 가는 꿈꾸는 악몽이었으니 그게 꿈이라고 말을 해 이제 꿈이라고 말을 해 대체 머리 불안해 내가 말했잖아 내가 각사도 오늘 불태우고 끝나 이제 더 화끈하게 오늘 같은 Friday night 다 같이 춤을 출래 Stay 화끈하게 Friday night It's my showtime No one can stop 오늘 이 밤 화끈하게 Friday night 나처럼 그루비하게
Nice. Very cool. This was SF9's Play Hard. Very, very cool. Andy says, really like this one. So fun. Jazz says such a banger, always lifts my mood. I feel that. This would be a great alarm song. Not that I feel like I always listen to something like absolutely bonkers to get me out of bed. So I'll have to put Play Hard as an alarm song to wake my ass up. I enjoyed this a lot. This was really, really good. I loved a lot of like the ad libs and them like being a little bit more like a little MC in some ways. Like I feel like Zuho kind of added like little like Zuho. I feel like Hui Young, like Youngbin, they all added like these little bits of like ad libby sections, and I thought that was funny. You know, it was good. I think it again brought up the mood of the song. The chorus super super fun. I would say another great hook on the chorus. I also again very similarly to some of the comments I made before, but I really love like their ensemble vocals. And I think a lot of the B sides, I'm gonna guess, utilize the ensemble vocals really well. I felt like with this one there was like a lot of cool combination. Like I saw like Youngbin and Insong in some sections. Like they had, I'm pretty sure it was like Rowan and Taeyong was like in one section as well. So like it was cool to see them kind of split off, but still have like a lot of cool like colorization in their voice. I think that's truly what makes, in my opinion, I feel like that's truly what makes SF9 interesting in my book. So I really like that aspect of it. Instrumentation was also really cool. I liked the bridge section the most. I thought that was the most different. And then they also added like some like interesting like panning sections in the bridge as well. I thought that was really cool. And then getting into that final chorus I think was fun. So I enjoyed this one a lot. I will say I feel like I've made some controversial I guess yeah, kind of controversial. I made some controversial commentary in part 1. And I feel like I'm going to dig myself my own grave again. So the melody in this song reminds me of another song. I think maybe it also is cuz like the BPM is sped up a little bit more, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of God, I'm going to get so blasted for this. It kind of reminds me of Pitbull's Timber. I can't get that out of my head. I don't know if I'm like reaching a little bit, but I feel like in my head I could hear Dale, you know, but I feel like that was I feel like to me that I couldn't unhear it. I don't, like I said, I'm curious if I am reaching, but God, that's hilarious. I I will say I feel like SF9 is pulling out the unearthing some like pop melodies that I've heard, or like similar pop melodies that I've heard before. So I'm I feel like I will be hated by a lot of fantasy for saying this, for saying what I said in part one. I feel like even more so in part two. So keeping a good keeping a good track record. Uh oh my god. Andy says, "Oh my god, I see it now." Jazz says, "Oh god, not again." Oh. You know what? I feel the most bad for Jazz because Jazz is like, "Oh man, I'm so stoked to do SF9," and meanwhile I'm like, "What pop song sounds familiar to this one? It's crazy. This K-pop song sounds familiar to Pitbull. Wow, insane. Great commentary." So I feel like Jazz is gonna hate me after this is over. So I am sorry. I'm sorry, Jazz. It was already bad enough for me to say that I did not give Jaeyoon the love that he deserves, and now I'm making some interesting commentary. So, um, Andy says, "Not gonna lie, people had bangers. Listen, he has bangers. We're not that is factual. Man's got some songs. I'll tell you what. Dale. Um, Jez says, "Oh well, no, it's all good. Okay, cool. It would be fun. Like I said, we're very lighthearted around here. If you're watching this for the first time, you listen. I don't. I very rarely take things seriously. So, um, and with that note, we are moving on to the next one. It looks like we are checking out "Round and Round" from the RPM mini album. So, let's give this one a listen.
오늘 뭐해 사소한 네 스케줄까지 알고 싶은데 묻고 싶은데
갑자기 넌 모르던 남자 얘기를 해 듣고 있지만 신경 쓰여 왜
내가 이상한 건 아닐까 찍고 있대 나만 떨리는 건 아닐까 난 모르게 몇 번을 말해도 이리저리 튕겨내 몇 걸음 다가가면 여기저기 피어내
Baby 헷갈리는 너와 나
Do you feel the same 알면서 모른 척하는 건지 Do you feel the same 더 이상 친구는 싫은데 우린 자꾸 돌고 돌아 같은 자리에서 돌고 돌아 말들 하는 게 애매하게 Baby 왜 같은 건데 우리 사이 Baby 왜 모르는 게 우리 사이 왜 넌 답답하게도 제자리로 Baby acting like today 우린 자꾸 돌고 돌아
어쩌고 빙빙 돌려 말하게 되는데 문으로 들어가자면
다시 핑계로 퉁치고 받기도 한두 번이지 평범한 듯 특별한 관계로 안아줘 그저 원하는 거
이러면 하트 정도 하루 종일 머릿속을 너로 채울 정도
난 그러면 돼
Baby 헷갈리는 너와 나
Do you feel the same 알면서 모른 척하는 건지 Do you feel the same 더 이상 친구는 싫은데 우린 자꾸 돌고 돌아
All right, very cool. This was SF9's Round and Round. Very cool, very cool. If you're joining for part two, appreciate you. Thanks for watching. This was great. I also like that we got to see it live. I'm sure there's gonna be more, but I always love getting. I love when chat gives me some live performances as well in combination with the title track. So this was great. Their performance was great. Um, I love how fluid they are. Like as a like they are so mechanical in like a good way. Like I think they're so on beat, and the way that they kind of all move together, I think is so cool. So I love seeing the choreography from them. I think they did a phenomenal job with this one. I think vocally this was also really good. Very dynamic, very fun. I think it's interesting though. From the RPM album, like I did enjoy this one a lot. It's like a little bit more. I don't know how even know how to describe it. It's kind of got like a little bit of a soft EDM feel to it. It's kind of like on the I kind of like think of it as like maybe a step up from like the chain smokers, where I feel like they incorporate a lot of like EDM music into their sound, but also incorporate like a lot of pop elements into their music. So I feel like that kind of fits the bill a little bit with this one. But I really enjoyed the vocals of SF9. I feel like again, I've loved both aspects from like the rapping side as well as the vocals, but I felt like the vocals in this one were really dynamically fun. I also didn't notice how much like ensemble vocals that they do live. I think they do really really good with just like filling out the sound really well. Like I think you could really obviously tell the definition between each member, but I also think at the same point, like when they come together, they have such a collective sound. So I love kind of the I don't even want to say contrast of that, but I love the fact that they're so thoughtful of that in terms of the live aspect. But I would imagine even more so, like just listening to this B side on the release, I think they also probably have done a similar thing. So, um, cool to see that. Like I said, phenomenal live performers. So, excited to see more. I think I peeked ahead a little bit on the on the PDF file, so I kind of know that there is more live videos coming. But this was great, phenomenal song. So enjoy this one. Jazz says they are so good live. Hey, let's go, let's go. Very nice. Love to see it. All right. We are keeping it moving with more B-sides. The next one we've got is Like the Hands That Held from the First Collection album. Ooh, okay. Let's check it out.
Yeah, yeah. 훔치려 한 적 없어 뭐가 다른지 보려 했을 뿐 이기적인 걸 보는 그대로만 이해했을 뿐 널 생각한 적 없어 왜 눈가를 적셔 사람 이상해지게 누가 봐도 내가 나쁜 놈인데 나쁜 놈이지 기적인 내가 내게 줄 수 있는 게 없네 알고도 넌 여전히 그대로네 떠나지 말아줘 네가 필요해 나 지금
네 곁을 줄래 나 쉴 수 있도록 지친 마음을 달랠 수 있게 얼어붙은 거리에는 살이 배는 바람만이 휘몰아치네 널 꽉 잡은 손만큼 사랑해 내 온몸이 부서지듯 찢어지는 고통도 널 잡은 손을 놓지 않아 내 희망의 빛이 너야 숨을 쉬는 이유도
지나치지 말자 우리 둘이 했던 말들 위태로운 내 삶을 너가 잡아주길 바래 그 어떤 것도 필요 없어 너와 날만 나누게 내 손만 잡아주면 돼 yeah, yeah, yeah.
광야 같은 내 맘은 공허한 바람만 아무도 찾지 않는 나 매일이 달라시 들어 하루하루 time over 내 겪어진 했던 네 절망과 소름 그 북받침에 흘린 괴로움마저 담아주고 받아줬던 네가 있기에 내 이름을 달고 살 수 있었던 Dangerous 너를 위해 다 넘을 수 있어 다 견딜 수 있어 널 꽉 잡은 손만큼 살펴내 놓지 않아 내 온몸이 부서지듯 찢어지는 고통도 널 잡은 손을 놓지 않아 내 희망의 빛이 너야 숨을 쉬는 이유도 Take my hands, yeah.
Wow, this was phenomenal. This is called Like the Hands Held Tight, from the first collection album. Very, very cool. Jazz says this is a fan favorite, but also my pick. Very nice, and also said so good. This was phenomenal. I'm 100% putting this on my favorites. I enjoyed this a lot. Um, just so like I think what was really cool about this is like the first of all the vocals on this were wildly good. I absolutely loved the vocals on this. I think it was so tight. Um but as well as that, I enjoyed that this one to me. I think what's special about it is like the interesting element of the song aren't the instrumentation. I think it's the vocals. I think they really did a phenomenal job of like highlighting first of all each member of the group, but also like there were so many like cool melodies that were really brought about by how well their vocals are, and I think that they made them very like a little sexy if that's probably the best word I could describe it. Like I feel like there's like some some sexiness about the way that they kind of stylized this one vocally, and it was something different that I feel like I haven't really heard from SF9, but I felt like really kind of they did a really great job of making it feel that way. Um I think it all starts off with Taeyong kind of doing that little like I don't know if it's like falsetto or maybe like or like head voice, but like just that beautiful beginning part of the song. And I feel like his upper register is like super nice to hear. And I feel like in some parts he came out like with just like these really interesting vocal tones that really kind of like I was like, oh wow, I really enjoyed that part. But two members I really enjoyed a lot in this song. In song incredible. I think that man is an incredible vocal talent, and I will continue to glaze him because I feel like he's such a good vocalist. And this song definitely brought him out more so in spade. So I loved hearing his voice, but I'd also give a shout out to Jaeyoon. I mean, I feel like I'm unfamiliar with his game, but I gotta say, goddamn man, like he is doing some of those like falsetto tones. He was like in, I feel like he was in the same league as Insung in terms of his vocals in the song, and I felt like Insung was like on a god tier mode for this song. So I feel like for Jaeyoon to be in the same in the same realm as Insung for me for this song, I feel like that in and of itself, I think I got to give him a lot of props on. And then also Dawon, I feel like he was also really good. I kind of expected his voice to kind of do super well on that like upper register, but like him not only doing like the head slash like falsetto tones as well as June, I feel like those two definitely deserve some awards to, in my opinion, on the song because they were the unsung heroes along with Insung. No pun intended. So I damn, this is a good fucking song. This is well worth to listen to, and I can understand this one being a fan favorite. So makes sense. Great song. Great fun, fantastic song. So love to see it. All right. we're keeping it moving. We are checking out My Story, My Song from Glorious, the mini album. So let's check it out. It looks like it is live. So let's give it a listen.
그렇게 나 원했던 것들이 눈앞에 느려진 시간 속에 살아도 행복을 감싸게 몇 년이 지나도 난 그 속의 자리에서 널 기다릴게 언제든 찾아도 돼 난 너와 함께할게 I'm bring the star 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 어디선가 살아갈 너에게 널 위한 my love song 한 사람을 위한 노래 한 가지 네 행복만 드리는 노래 Well this is my story 내게 들려줄 my song 무엇도 없고 아프지 말고 행복하길 바래
그냥 다 지나쳐버리고 싶다 생각한 날 잡아준 순진한 네가 믿다가도 너 없음 좋겠다 싶을 때 네가 와줘 주체감 없이 잔인하게 날 버려도 마음껏 나를 기억하고 미워해 우리가 쌓은 추억들은 지켜내줘 너의 아픔을 갚을 만큼밖에 거짓이라도 너만을 위해 난
I sing
이루어갈게
my heart cold cold I bring the stars 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 저 바람에 내 노래 실어 널 위한 my love song 한 사람을 위한 노래 한 가지 네 행복만 비는 노래 행복만 비는 노래 This is my story 내게 들려줄 my song 무얼 하더라도 아프지 말고 행복하길 바래 우리 참 서로에게 맞는 걸 남기지 밀어내 그리고서 난 다시 노력했던 끝까지 너의 길을 뒤에서 비출게 나도 모르게 나를 이끌어준 우리가
내가 너 하나로 빽빽하기만 해서 그러면 된 거야 그럼 언제나 이 끝을 놓쳐온 것도 난데 내가 내게 말한 것처럼 미술을 잘할게 우리 이야기 제목이 너라면 작가가 내가 될 수 있게
믿고 있어 내 곁에 없어도 행복하다고 널 위한 my love song 당신을 부른 노래 한 번도 멈춘 적 없었던 노래 멈춘 적 없던 노래 This is my story 내게 들려줄 my song 누구와 있어도 슬픔을 부른 채 웃기만 바래 오직 한 사람 너만을 위해
All right, very cool. This was SF9, My Story, My Song. Very nice. Jazz said earlier, pop off. Yeah, the in song was going nuts. Um, this was very nice. I did enjoy this. I can understand this also being a fan favorite as well. I feel like this has like a more ballady sort of feel to it, which I think they definitely do super well. So I can understand this being on people's favorites from this release. Um, I also love seeing this live. I feel like this is not probably a fault of Jazz, but I will say I feel like some of the mixing on the vocals was a little interesting. I feel like there were some moments where like some members were like a lot higher up. Like there's a lot more vocal put on them, and then some were a little bit low, in my opinion. I feel like they tried to kind of correct themselves like about midway through this video, so it could have just been, could have been a little off on that. Um, I will say overall, I feel like they do these types of songs really well, and I also don't want to feel like I'm a broken record and said like, oh wow, they're great vocalists. I feel like most people that have checked out SF9 know that they are really great vocalists collectively. But I enjoyed this. I feel like it was hard. I feel like it was a little bit hard. This one was a little bit more of a hard sell for me because like I said, we just listened to like the hands held tight, and I was like gassing that song up. I feel like with this one is good. I think if you got me at a right moment in time, like I would definitely enjoy this one. But I do feel like to me, like we know they're phenomenal vocalists. I feel like the rapping in this was really good. I think it was really like I feel like it was very strategic in the way that they kind of put each member. I like that at kind of like the biggest moment they gave Zuho like his moment in the spotlight, which I thought was really nice. And I think that paired well with Insung later on in the track, so I really did enjoy that as well. I think that transition, excuse me, was really really great. But overall, I feel like this was a very solid song. I don't know if it would necessarily make my favorites from tonight, but I do feel like to me, it's an extremely well rounded song, and they performed it extremely well live. So no complaints there certainly. So Jazz says, "Oh yeah, it threw me off a bit too." Very nice. Okay, I was glad. I feel like it is. I feel like that was kind of like you couldn't miss it in my opinion. I feel like sometimes you can, but that song I feel like not as much, unfortunately. So, all right, very cool. We're keeping it moving tonight. The next one we've got is Love Number 5. This is from Special History Book Special Single. So it must be the other song that's off this release. So very nice. Let's check it out then. It looks like another live video. So let's give it a listen.
세상이 갖지 못할 너의 향에 취했어 순간 황홀함에 빠져들어가 너 네가 지나갈 때마다 너의 마법에 걸린 듯 몽롱하게 휘청대 멈춰버린 시간 속 무뎌지는 감각들 이 공간을 꽉 채우고 내 온몸을 감싸와 나를 컨트롤해 You got the love number 5 love number 5 You got the love number 5 love number 5 You got the love number 5 love number 5 You got the love number 5 love number 5
언제보다 다른 걸 더 원해 너랑 같이 온 친구들은 보내 여기 너무 좁아 너를 마주보게 아직 한 선이 판단이 내손 까맣지
타막타막 내 타박타막 내 뒤로 새겨지네 렌트된 목 뒤로 스럽게 going up and in the film 세상이 갖지 못할 너의 향에 취했어 순간 황홀함에 빠져들어가 너 네가 지나갈 때마다 너의 마법에 걸린 듯 엉엉하게 휘청대
멈춰버린 시간 속 무뎌지는 감각들
이 공간을 꽉 채우고 내 온몸을 감싸와 나를 컨트롤해
You got the
Ooh, very nice, very nice. All right, this was Love Number 5 from SF9. Very nice. Um, this was cool. I enjoyed this. This was a vibe. I like the beat of this song. I feel like it kind of has like a little bit of a like a Latin kind of beat to it. I appreciate that. I feel like it's got like a little bit of little like moon baton feel to it, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Um, the choreography was incredible. I feel like anytime I get to see I get a treat and get to see them perform live, I feel like is always a pleasure. Um, but I really enjoyed like the choreography of this, especially when they're in that like triangle formation. I feel like it's so sick, and the way that they kind of like all I feel like they move around very effortlessly. I know I mentioned that in part one, but I feel like with this song, I was like, damn, the choreography, chef's kiss. It was so fluid. So I had to show it some love because I really liked the choreography on this one. But vocally, I thought this was also really fun. The Love Number 5 like hook I feel like was really good. That does really get stuck in your head. So I love that choice, melody choice. I think they did a really good job with it. Um, I feel like this maybe is also potentially again not in a bad way again, but just something I think feel like I noticed about the song. Also, very similarly, my story, my song. I feel like this one also live is very interesting. I don't know if I don't know if it necessarily has something to do with like the people that work the sound for them, but I feel like they were so it was so interestingly mixed again. I feel like this one was a little bit more I think this one was better, arguably, than My Story, My Song. But I did notice there is I did notice that there was some definitely interesting moments. Like I feel like with in song, I feel like they compress his voice uh I feel like they compress his voice very, very weird. And then there was like there's some like other elementation in the song where I was like a little bit confused. Um, like I feel like you could hear Zuho like really well and doing like a lot of like the like hype man sort of energy to it. And then like there's other members where I feel like they like popped off. Like it was very interesting, very interesting. Like um I don't know if they were just going through it that day or something, but it was it was an interesting one. I don't feel like to me it detracts from it unless it was just like unlistenable. Which I can say it was not unlistenable, but I do feel like it was an interesting interesting choice nonetheless. Song's fantastic. I like I said, super catchy, really fun. I think the vocals on this I feel like the vocals on this are maybe very solid. I don't think that they're like insane. Like they're not like songs where I'm like, oh my god, like the pop off on this song is like crazy. Um, I think that they suit the song really well, but I do feel like this one definitely seems to me like one of those full packages where like you get to see them do this like cool like do a lot of the cool choreography moments in the song, but then also paired well with like a really catchy fun song. I think they definitely nailed it on that aspect. So this to me feels like if I was going through their discography, like this one would be one where I would say like this one seems like a really good song, but I feel like it is one of those songs that like performs better in the like sort of live setting. So, um, great song. This was a catchy one certainly. So, Jazz says the chains hitting the mic were so loud. Sound team was going through it. Yes, they were. They were. I feel like it's. I hope it's not a. I hope. Uh, I hope it's not a trend, hopefully, but very nice, very nice. All right, we are keeping the train moving tonight. The next one we've got is Dreams, and this is from Rumination, their mini album. So let's check out Dreams.
난 느껴 I'm in my dreams 내 꿈의 끝은 없는지 손을 뻗어 닿을 듯해 난 원했던 I don't know 어디로 데려갈지 I don't care cause I'm with you now in my dreams In my dreams 원샷 배인력이 제일 독한 걸로 하나 더 줘 Let's go 뻔한 핑계 쓸데없는 걱정하지 말고 이미 늦었지 들어갈 수 없는 길 저런 심장 속에 fire 다 들어가 숨지 않아 Yeah we grow in the dark 어두울 때 더 빛이 나니까 All my youth, all my dreams 다 줄게 And my all 널 위해 If you're with me 저 아득한 어둠 속에 나를 찾아
Sick pre-chorus.
너의 목소리로 가득히 채워 다시 또 맘속에 떨림이 울려 난 느껴 I'm in my dreams 내 꿈의 끝은 없는지 손을 뻗어 닿을 듯해 난 원했던 I don't know 어디로 데려갈지 I don't care cause I'm with you now in my dreams I believe yeah in my dreams 그 어떤 우주라도 너 없음 별 의미 없지 No matter where I go 음원에 대답한 의미 없어
내 꿈은 여전히 Elvis One 2016 그때부터 변한 건 너진 아니고 그래봤자 모래 to any pool
끝없는 논란 속에 우리는 하나가 돼 완벽하지 않는 서로의 조각을 마저 완성해 All my heart 다 줄게 And my all 널 위해 If you and me 저 아득한 어둠 속에 나를 찾아 너의 목소리로 가득히 채워 다시 또 맘속에 떨림이 울려 난 느껴 I'm in my dreams 내 꿈의 끝은 없는지 손을 뻗어 닿을 듯해 난 원했던 I don't know 어디로 데려갈지 I don't care cause I'm with you now in my dreams Yeah, fire in my dreams Yeah, 불길 속을 쉬어 Yeah, 틈없이 달려들어 for us
Interesting switch up.
fear 잡힌 잡힌 궁평 따윈 없더라 머무르지 forward 혼자 남아 채워 나가 쫓아가다 바다는 바쁜 바다
Nice.
난 느껴 I'm in my dreams 내 꿈의
Yeah.
끝은 없는지 손을 뻗어 닿을 듯해 난 원했던 I don't know 어디로 데려갈지 I don't care cause I'm with you now in my dreams I believe in my dreams I believe yeah in my dreams I'm in my dreams 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 난 느껴 I'm in my dreams 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 in my dreams
That one was crazy. All right, cool. This was Dreams by SF9. If you're joining for part 2 to deep dive, thank you for watching. Jazz says another one of my faves. This is going on my favorites as well. Holy shit. This was this was so good. Holy shit. I feel like my jaw was agaped throughout this entire song. This was so this one I think might be one of the I'm gonna bite my tongue on this one. I'm not gonna say it, but man, so good. Where do I start? The verses were really good in this song. I feel like to me, what really sold me about this song was shout out to Jaeyoon. His pre-chorus both times were great, and I think that's kind of what like was the catalyst for me loving this song because his like pre-chorus section so good. That man can sing with confidence, but it was so sick in that pre-chorus, and then you get into that really good hook in the chorus. I feel like that hook in that song is gonna easily be stuck in my head. I love the melody choice for that. I think In Song did the first chorus, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was either Dawoon or Rowan did the second chorus. I can't remember. But really, really cool. I also love, like, again, the intermingling of the voices. I feel like you got some sections with In Song and Jaeyoon. You've got some sections where, like, where you had like Dawon and In Song. Like, it was really, really collaborative in that aspect. So I loved hearing like the different modes of putting everybody together. I also love the ending. There was like In Song was doing some ad libs, like Jaeyoon did some ad libs, like there was somebody else underneath them that was doing also like the main melody line. Crazy. Zuho's rap section was probably one of my favorite parts of the song as well too. Like, so dynamic, so much fun. So I love hearing him. I felt like he definitely attacked the song, certainly. But there were some really great moments from like Hui Young, Chani, Youngbin as well. They were all incredible. Taeyong, I feel like Taeyong is always like that unsung hero for me, because I feel like he's got great vocals, and like he just like there's just certain parts of the song where he just fits so well, and like he's got such a beautiful voice that it's like, oh wow, it's so nice, and then they like transition out of like that kind of gorgeous tone into something else. I feel like Taeyong did like the last bit of the bridge and then got back into like that final chorus where like In Song did that like crazy run. So I thought this was an incredible song. Like I said, this makes sense. That would be one of the favorites that fantasy love, because this is a phenomenal song. So kudos to them. They did a great job. This one bangs for sure. So Uni says easily my favorite of the night. Hey, let's go. We love to see it. All right, we're keeping it moving. The next one we've got is New World. This is from the Piece of Nine mini album. Very nice. All right, let's check out New World. Whoa.
어둠에 가려진 world, would you know it? 방향을 잃어버린 채 where you going? Waiting on worry, 희망 없는 story, 모든 게 다 dirty. Burn it up and go, go, go. Please sing my backseat like a bright lily boom. More spotlight, more sounds like 컴포더. 물속 튀어나온 톤 하나 읊어가고 있다 내가. 누군가 당황할지언정 이게 my life. 노리란 스팟 사이를 겹친 나와의 spotlight. 새로운 빛이 다가와 세상을 바꿀 거야. 낡고 썩어진 것들은 It's a new world. 찢어버려, 'cause we're dreaming of the future. 멈추지 마, got the fire running through us. Everything that we know, like the future, let's go. New world, 날아올라, history's in the making. 만들어 bigger and better, the appreciation. Lifting it up, all we need is that love. New world. 내 비전 저 높이 아니다 어쨌든 난 믿었지. Wake up 일어나 현실의 직시 직진 튀어나온 진실 위치 flip 강한 자를 약한 자를 누가 만든 건데 그딴 건 지워버려 we can make a new. 그 어떤 시간에 가까워지는데 늘 길을 그려 내가 꺼낸 나를 택해. 새로운 빛이 다가와 세상을 바꿀 거야. 낡고 썩어진 것들은 지워 together as one. It's a new world. 찢어버려, 'cause we're dreaming of the future. 멈추지 마, got the fire running through us. Everything that we know, like the prison, let's go. New world. 날아올라, history's in the making. 만들어 bigger and
fighting for our lives.
Fighting for our lives. Fighter, fighter, 시간이 다 되어 준비해 lighter. Rise up like 씨빵 고점 I'm a savior.
We're gonna change our love. Yeah, baby, all we need is love.
시간은 다 되어 단숨에 풀어 무겁게 타 있으면 시간. Let's go.
지져버려, 'cause we're dreaming of the future. 멈추지 마, got the fire running through us.
Everything that we know, like the future, let's go. New world, new world.
내려올라, history is in the making. 만들어 bigger and better, the earth is shaking.
Lifting it up, all we need is that love. New world, new world. New world, it's a new world. New world, it's a new world.
All right, very cool. This was SF9's New World. Very nice. I thought this was crazy. The instrumentation of the song was awesome. I feel like it's like this song is a hype song. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they've ever performed this one live or not during that time period, but man, this one I feel like would pop off live. Like this is one that I feel like if I was to see them perform, I like with Zuho still in the group, like I feel like this one would have gone ape shit. In my opinion, I feel. I just love like that like horn, like big band feel to it. I thought that was so good. I also it's crazy. Like I said, it looks like I would imagine this was the time that InSong went into the military, and to me, I feel like this was really cool. Like to see obviously different members really kind of pick up the torch a little bit in terms of doing like some of the more like crazy like vocal runs or something. It looks like Taeyong was doing a lot of like the ad libs and stuff in this song. But I also want to give a shout out to Dawon as well. I feel like he was also holding it down to Jaeyoon as well. I feel like those three kind of took a little bit more of the ad libbing in this song, so I like that. I like the pre-chorus build in the song. I think they did a great job with this one. And then the chorus I feel like is really really anthemic. So I love the kind of, again, big band horn sections. I feel like that's super fun. And the vocals in that section were really good as well too. I like that it was I think it was like Taeyong and no, it was, I think maybe it was Dawon and Zuho, maybe in some of the sections of the chorus. But man, this was a fun song. Chani did incredible in this one. I also liked Hui Young. I like that he was doing some singing at first and then swapped over to rap. I thought that was really cool in that song. I think that switch up was really good. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this one. I was a little bit, like I said, surprised to not see InSong on this one, but like I said, I believe he is probably serving in the military at the time of this album, so it makes sense. But great song. This one was definitely one that I would have loved to see in live. So very nice, very nice. All right, we are keeping it schmovin'. The next one we've got is Domino, and this is from their Sequence mini album. So let's check this one out.
하나 둘씩 세워 하루하루
No.
넘어가기 전에 가장 highlight Can't control me 자연스러운 놀이 애매하긴 game
Yeah 시작은 망설여지겠지 딱 한 번에 터치하러 컨트롤 그럼 내 숨이 거칠어져 조심해 나도 난 몰라 아무도 모르게 hold 한순간 펼쳐진 masterpiece Let it go domino we meant all
yeah. 흩어진 상상들을 촘촘히 줄을 세워 한눈을 밟지만 we'll never make a mistake
Domino 작은 조각에서 시작된 널 삼켜버릴 Big Bang Domino 난 시간을 걷잡을 수 없이 거쳐 고장난 brain
거침없이 like a harder 점점 더 빠르게 go faster 승리의 환호성 louder 끝까지 never gonna stop
하나의 piece miss gonna be dada down 워버버 판단의 미스시덤에 dada down 식순대로 넘어가 하나의 drop 툭 거리고 툭 치고 하는 거 차피 내가 주로 말하던 거 갈수록 빠르게 넘어지던 내 식대로 그냥 밀고 나가는 거
yeah. 흩어진 상상들은 촘촘히 줄을 세워 한눈을 팔지만 we never make a mistake Domino 작은 조각에서 시작해 널 삼켜버릴 big wave Domino 한순간에 걷잡을 수 없이 거쳐 고장난 break yeah. 차례대로 쓰러뜨려 we ready to go yeah. 거침없이 like a down 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 또다시 round 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 down to the ground 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 drop 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 coming down 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 또다시 round 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 down to the ground ground don't stop domino
That's cool. Descending section. That's cool.
domino domino 작은 조각에서 시작된 날 삼켜버릴 big wave domino 난 시간을 걷잡을 수 없이 거쳐 고장난 break 차례대로 쓰러뜨려 we let it go yeah 거침없이 like a domino
All right. Very cool. This was SF9's Domino. If you're joining for the deep dive, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging. This was good. I like this. This is interesting. I think the one section that I am a little unsure about, I think, is the pre-chorus. Normally they've been hitting with the pre-choruses. I feel like this one is one where I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's not bad. I feel like the transition, I feel like jumping the gap a little bit in the transition for the pre-chorus, I think is an interesting choice. I think melody wise, there's just something that just doesn't sit. I feel like personally just doesn't sit well with the pre-chorus, and that transition from like the verses to like the chorus of the song, I think is, in my opinion, I feel like wasn't as good as it could have been. The verses I think are really good. I like the verses in the song. Chorus I think is also really fun. I like that kind of like, I don't even know what genre to describe it. But I like kind of like the like bouncy sort of like up and down feeling that like chorus has. I think that's really fun. And I think they do like, I like a lot of like the vocal bends in that section. I think it's really, really well engaging and it's fun. So I love the chorus in this song, but I don't know, there's just something about that pre-chorus that just didn't sit right with me. However, the elements that I do like about the song, I gotta give a shout outs to Young Bin. I feel like he had my favorite moments in the song, and he also had like a lot of moments. I feel like this is the song where I've heard him descriptively the most in any song that I've heard from SF9 up until this point. He had such a big part in this song, so I really loved his like rapping section at the beginning. I also love that they kind of gave him a little bit of a section in the bridge, like that descending melody with like Youngbin starting, and then it was followed up by Zuha. I thought was really cool. I like that. So big salutes to Youngbin. He did great. I also really love Chani. I feel like Chani did a fantastic job in the song. He was great in the second verse. And then I also know he had some other parts throughout the song, but I feel like the main focal point for him was on that second verse. So really great stuff there. He's awesome. I like that kind of, again, that combination of like him singing. In this song, I think he was doing definitely more of that like rap side of things, but still really good. And those two I felt like were at least the more like dynamic pieces of the song. I was a little kind of surprised. I feel like they kind of neutered In-sung a little bit in this song, which is not bad. I feel like he doesn't always have to have a song where he's like the main focal piece to some degree, but I like I said, gotta give it to Youngbin and Chani. I feel like they did the best job in this song as a collective. So, very cool, very cool. Um, we are keeping it moving tonight. With more B sides. The next one we've got is uh Waru. Waru, I think that's how it is. And this one is from their release Love Race, which was the more current one that we listened to. So very nice. Let's check it out. It looks like a live performance too. So let's give it a listen.
끝까지 trusted you 거짓의 가면을 쓴 널 한순간 모든 게 와르르 와르르 yeah. You are the goddess 나만의 꿈나 뭐라고 해도 내 눈에는 그랬었지 We had the magic 내 착각인걸 네 연기의 순간 지금껏 나만 몰랐어 Yeah, you're not the girl I used to know to know 함께한 시간은 다 well we go 끝까지 trusted you 거짓의 가면을 쓴 너 한순간 모든 게 와르르 What did I push into you? What did I do? Now I was broken into 내 등에 화살을 쏟너 난 너를 믿었는데 What did I yeah. 치밀했던 너만의 계획들 하나씩 준비한 너의 이별 뜨거운 고백이 유디드 기미간의 regret What is your real? What is your hurt? 남은 내 기억은 burden Now you're not the girl I used to know yeah, 한 시간은 다 let it go 끝까지 trusted you 거짓의 가면을 쓴 널 한순간 모든 게 What did I push into you? What did I 날 벌써 broken into 내 등에 화살을 쏟너 난 너를 믿었는데 What did I push into you? What did I 날 벌써 broken into 너에게 모든 걸 주나 진심을 믿었는데 What did 가식적인 your love 완벽했던 너의 미소들 네가 찾는 next love 나에겐 가벼운 fake love What did I push into you? What did I 난 벌써 broken into 내 등에 화살을 쏟너 난 너를 믿었는데 What did I push into you? What did I 날 벌써 broken into 너에게 모든 걸 주나 진심을 믿었는데 What did
All right, this is Waru, from SF9. Very nice. Uh, this was good. I liked seeing the live performance. I feel like this was good. Um, I think this was the. I know this was the one from part one. Let me see if I can go back in my history here. I didn't remember not being as stoked on the title. Excuse me. Wow, I really had to scroll through this. Do, 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 do. Was it Love Race? Yeah, it was. Okay, it was from the same. Okay, perfect. Um, I remember liking Love Race. I'll make a hot take. I feel like this song was better than Love Race, the title track. Um I could understand this being a fan favorite, certainly. But I feel like this one just seemed like more vibrant. There's something about their vocals, and again, maybe it is because I'm seeing them perform this one live, but um, I feel like the vocals on this just seem a lot more dynamic. Like you could also hear like a lot of the way that they're like I feel like there's a lot more emotionality to this song. Like you could definitely hear like Taeyong was incredible in this song. In Sung was also really phenomenal in the song as well too. And you could really hear a lot more of like I feel like the yearning in their voices with this song. Especially like in that pre-chorus like section. I think they did a fantastic job there. I also thought the chorus was a lot catchier. That's not to say Love Race was not good at all, and maybe it also is just a personal preference to some degree, but yeah, I felt like this one just seemed a lot more fun. I think there's a lot more energy behind this song. I really love Chani in this song as well too. I think he did a fantastic job. Young Bin's rap was also really good too. So I thought this one was really good. I'm not surprised this is a fan favorite on it, and it looks like they performed it the last time they were on tour, which was recently. So it seems that that has made its rounds, which is good. But yeah, I feel like potentially I feel like potentially maybe a hot take to some degree, but I know some of y'all might agree with that as well too. So all right, we are moving into I believe the last B-side song that we will be listening to from SF9. This one is Last of Us from their album About Love, which was just released recently. So let's give it a listen.
One, two, three. 꿈이 없는 이 거리, yeah. 천실한 우리의 사랑 이야기. 너만이 웃어주던 내 얘기. 그 눈에 비친 이 세상이라. Babe, request. Don't test me, babe. We have 우리 Don't fear 너의 두 눈에 담긴 모든 게 Just imagine Although we could be so real You'd be my if you make it still not so yeah Just imagine When we have multiplied I tell them that we were Adam and Eve now Just imagine that when we have multiplied, I tell them that we were Adam and Eve now. 모든 게 낯설고 처음이니까 두렵고 떨리지만 가보자 get it now. 서로 위해 줄 me and you 우리의 낭만들을 through 따라갈 red and blue. Oh babe, 어젠 그렇게 우리 둘의 문제 다 잊어보두려 해. 널 힘들게 한 내가 이렇게 사랑받는다는 게 조금은 비겁해. Just imagine Only we could be so real. You'd be my Eve, make you still my soul. Yeah. Just imagine that when we have multiplied, I tell them that we were Adam and Eve now. Forever, yeah. 널 사랑해. 너의 눈물을 담아 함께 I'm not alone right now. I'm not alone right now.
Nice, very cool. This was SF9's Last of Us from their latest album About Love. Very nice, very nice. This is a great B-side. I feel like I know oftentimes the title track doesn't usually represent the album at large, but I like this. This was really with this was really smooth. There's something about this that I appreciate, kind of the maturity of this song. I don't know if that's probably the best word to describe it, but I think to me it's like cool seeing them kind of, no, I feel maturity is actually the right word. I feel like they have matured over that time period. You know what I mean? I feel like there are like you if we're going all the way back, I mean, like you have songs that are a lot more energetic, and that's fine. But I feel like they have slowly kind of matured their sound more so, and that's really cool. That's not to say they probably won't do like crazier song in terms of their discography, but I feel like given the album that they just released with Love Comes Slowly, I'm not really surprised by this one. I think it worked out really well. I think it kind of contains a lot of the essence of Love Comes Slowly. I really enjoyed that one. But I feel like this one was like a little bit more, had like a little bit more of a beat to it. I feel like the guitar work was really beautiful in this too, and it mashed up really well with their voices. And I feel like every member did some singing. I obviously we got some rapping from Youngbin, which was great as well too. But they all have great voices. Like genuinely, like I was enamored by all of them. I think they all have great stuff. Like I know Jazz mentioned Chani earlier, but like he's got great vocals. I feel like he's become more confident. There's just an aura to him in the song as well too. He did a great job. So I enjoyed this one. I think this one I'll put this on my favorites. I was vibing with it. I feel like if the rest of the album kind of keeps in that same sort of bracket, then probably gonna love that album. So very cool, very cool. Jazz says they've slowly been releasing live versions of every song on this album, and it's been so nice. Ah, very nice, very nice. And Gunky says I'm here a little late. Wow, damn, brother. Thanks for thanks for showing up though. I appreciate it. Uh, very cool, very cool. All right, well we've got two more. These are two special ones. It was alluded to in part one, and it was confirmed by Jazz that we are doing it. So, the first one is Kingdom, so Legendary War Performances. For the second round of the show, SF9 did a cover of Taemin's Move and managed to rank first place for the round. Wow. Okay. Very nice. All right. Well, we are checking out the infamous video from part one. So very cool. Let's get it. Gunky says I fell asleep right before the stream. Sorry. Hey, that's okay. I feel that. Kaylee says I've been called back for move perfect time. Hey, let's go. Let's rock. Woo! Hey.
묘한 분위기에 취해 너를 놔버려도 돼 나를 벗어나진 못해 나른해진 이 순간 잘 빗은 머리가 헝클어질수록 아름다워 내버려둬 반듯한 자세가 흐트러진데도 괜찮은 날 똑바로 봐 Oh yeah 어두운 조명 아래 또 시작되는 무모한 손짓 은근한 눈빛
비로소 우리가 돼 몸에 흐르는 rain there's no room we gotta make a move 상상하던 좋아 어둠 속에 new color
My uncle is jumping red light la 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 Drama show your color signs The way she looks at me turns me on My uncle is jumping red light la 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 Focus on every move I make I'm the male version of Venus Then turn on the lights 잠들어 건배
All right.
어떤 표현도 어떤 문장도 너를 모두 담아낼 순 없겠지 우리 이대로 완벽할 테니 걱정 따윈 버려 그대로 repeat yeah 그대로 repeat 그대로 repeat 어두운 그대 눈에 투명한 창가에 널 비춰서 안 되는 묘한 그대에게 아찔한 그림 어두운 저바다에 날 사로잡은 건 우아한 손짓 은근한 눈빛
The ending is so interesting. All right. I feel like that's a first for me. All right. This was SF9 performing Taemin's Move. Very nice for Kingdom. Love to see it. Let's see what we got here. Gunky says came at a good time. Yeah, I would agree. Kaylee says this cover lives rent free in my head. That's fair. Gunky says Gunky Monkey is currently on a 50 stream streak. Jesus Christ. Guys, I think Gunky likes hanging out. I don't know. Verdict's still out, honestly. That's wild. Thanks for being a part of the crew, Gunky. Appreciate you. Kaylee says the ending rain shot. Hey, yeah, for real. Jazz says it's so funny to me that Chani got Taemin's number by going on show to compete with other idols over who knew the most about Taemin. That's crazy. And he says such an amazing cover. Uni says legendary song, fantastic cover indeed. He said LOL, and Andy says Move was the song that got me into K-pop. That's awesome. Very cool. I have to say as a slight outsider to Kingdom, which I'm kind of sad because I feel like I've seen a ton of Kingdom performances. I'm like, damn, if it got me, I feel like that would have got me into the K-pop realm potentially. But this was great. First of all, performance was insane. SF9, I feel like, is no stranger to great choreography. They did a great job with this. The set pieces on this were wild. The performance of the song was great. I honestly don't feel like they could have done it any better. But I will have to say, as a caveat, I guess, to SF9 is like, I feel like it's so interesting, and I'm sure there's going to be people either, I would imagine maybe more so in comments of this video, where I feel like this may have been their introduction to like SF9 and I think that that's really cool. Um, so I love the fact that I love the fact that this potentially could have been the gateway for most people that again had not heard of SF9, but maybe knew of Taemin, which I would assume they would. Um, but I feel like that's such a cool introduction. Or even if not, like maybe you just got into K-pop, and I think it is really cool to see that kind of like, I feel like as a fan of SF9 now, it's like I feel like it would be hard to not be impressed by that and to not be a fan of the group. So I feel like to me this was a great catalyst for them as a collective for people who again weren't familiar with them, and I think that to me it's like this was such a phenomenal performance. So it would be hard for I feel like anybody to watch this and not say like, man, I should go check them out. You know what I mean? So great performance, great cover, great group. I feel like I have no other notes, no other notes other than that. So that's crazy. Kaylee says, I think you've deep dived 5 out of 6 groups in Kingdom, but Icon somehow. Yeah, I feel like we put Icon in the back burner. So I will preface to YouTube and as well chat. If you would like us to cover Icon, I will try to do my best to put them on the proverbial list so I can complete the Kingdom sweep of groups. So we'll have to do it. Gunky says Kingdom was my introduction to SF9. Very nice. And I think Icon's on the wheel. I'm pretty sure. If not, I'll double check. But I'm 95% sure it's on the wheel of groups. Kaylee says Kingdom was my intro into SF9. I watched Stray Kids and ATs, but ended up standing all the other groups. That's crazy. That's awesome though. Very nice. And Kaylee says IDK, honestly. All right. Well, I'll have to check the wheel because I know I have the wheel. So if not, I will add Icon to the wheel. If not, if we haven't done it yet. So very cool. Very cool. Continuing on, we are watching one more video from Kingdom. Jazz says for the Kingdom finale, SF9 released the song Believer and performed it for the first time as well. Hey, let's go. All right. We're ending it off with Believer. All right. Very cool. This was SF9's Believer. If you were hanging out for the SF9 deep dive, appreciate you. Thanks for watching. This was great. I really enjoyed the song. I would probably put this in my favorites. It was such a fun performance. First of all, I gotta talk about SF9. I feel like what an insane lineup of boys groups on this Kingdom. I feel like they definitely had. I definitely feel like the cards were high. You know what I mean for them, which is crazy. You know what I mean, like seeing all these names that I'm familiar with that I've covered before. That this is a stack. This is a stack bill for sure. So I understand SF9 crushed it in my opinion, but also just damn what a fantastic set of groups here. But so I was great. I really liked that this one kind of again highlighted some of the best aspects I feel of SF9, which is they have really great vocalists, they've got fantastic choreography, and they also have some really great rappers in this group as well too. And I felt like this one kind of combined a lot of those different elements in the song. So I really felt like they did a really good job of making each part feel really dynamically fun. Whether you've got like a really fun rap from Zuho or Youngbin, Chani also Chani came in after Youngbin, which was really cool. Hui Young did great as well in this song. Vocals were great from like Rowan, as well as Dawan. Jaeyoon did great in this. In song, I feel like I was a little surprised. I feel like he kind of was a little bit. I mean, his vocals were great, but I feel like he was a little bit more low key in the song. And Taeyong also was really good in this one as well. But man, I think to me, like it's so cool seeing SF9 because I do feel like they did, especially during this time period. I feel like they did a great job of um, really doing everything well. You know what I mean? Like the choreography from them is incredible. Their vocals are incredible. The rap sections are great as well too. So like I do feel like they had all around. I feel like they were such a really great group in every capacity, and obviously, best of luck with best of luck with them now. Currently, I feel like they have such a great. They have a strong unit of members now, and that continue to get better and better with each release. So I feel like they have aged like a fine wine. Not to say that they are old by any means, um, but I feel like they have just from 10 years ago till now, I feel like they have just done a really, really beautiful job of continuing to build their legacy as a group. So, um, very cool, very cool. Glad we were able to cover SF9. Congrats to Jazz again for getting that 100,000 channel points. Some favorites of mine from this part two. Love Driver from Hui Young. This was great. Mute is Off from In Sung was great. My Universe I really enjoyed. Question Mark. Uh, like the Hands Held Tight. I feel like that was also another phenomenal song. Dreams, Last of Us, and then the one we just watched, Believer, I thought was incredible as well too. So those were some of my favorites. Um, let me know your favorites in the comments. As well as that, I feel like I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again. I am curious who your bias is in SF9. So if you also want to drop that along with your favorites, that'd be great. I'm always curious who's like the top favorite in each group. So well, I'll have to make that as a commentary bit in my videos. So it says Sweet Young, yeah. Shout outs to Goat. We love him. Very, very nice. Very nice. Gunky said my two favorite tonight are the last two because that's all I heard. Yeah, you're in snooze town, so that's okay. But very, very cool. I'm trying to think what else. Well, since Gunky's awake and here, I might as well pitch them and ask them if they would like to talk about their deep dive. Andy cashed in their deep dive points. Let's go. Shout out to Andy. Wow, we were just cooking. We finished one and we got more. we are we are vibing tonight. Let's go. So I'm still waiting on. I have Unhi's, Sarah's I know is ready, Gunky's I know is ready, and now I'll have to add Andy to the list. So that's great. We got four. We got four locked and loaded. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Keeping me busy. So let's rock. Let's rock. We'd love to see it. Well, if Gunky wants me to reveal, we could start Monday on Gunky's deep dive. If they will graciously allow to leak the deep dive for Monday, then I'll do it. Gunky says I'm ready to do mine. I do need to announce who the country singer is. Oh God, I know for a fact it is not a country singer. So you can bait chat all you want, but I know the truth. Oh my God. No, say it says cough cough. Okay. Very nice. Gunky says I can. Okay, very nice. So Gunky has graciously asked us to cover Lisa, not Blackpink Lisa, Lisa, Japanese Lisa. So we will be covering their material. I believe it is two. Keep me honest. I believe we are doing two streams. Yep, part one, part two. It looks like part one we are covering most of her songs, and then part two I'm not gonna spoil it because I feel like part two you have to come hang out and see what it is. So that is who we are covering. I would also like to again preface that if you do a deep dive, it doesn't necessarily have to be a K-pop group, but I mean obviously let us know, let me know if there is otherwise, but yeah. Let's see. There are 3 streams in total. Never mind. There are 3 streams. I saw part 1 and part 2, so I thought thought there was only two parts. I should know better by now at this point. Gunky has done it so many times, so we love it. Let's see. Jess says, "Oh, nice." Andy says, "Ooh." Kaylee says, oh, "Okay." Gunky says, "The theme for my stream is your Lisa. Your Lisa is from Blackpink, but this is my Lisa. Hey, let's go." Hey, listen, I wasn't no knock into each Lisa, but Uni says, "This Lisa is not in the area." That's true. That's true. All right. And Kaylee says Gunky is milking that free stream seriously. Hey, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. Andy says, "How do we feel about a group of Ajishis?" Gunky says, "We are getting our anime music on." Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. There are some. I know I haven't fully jumped into Lisa discography, so I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be tight. I definitely was like, I want to say I was shocked. I feel like Gunky has always given us traditionally something in the metal realm to some degree, unless it's K-pop, a K-pop group. But yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised Lisa was the choice, honestly, at the end of the day. But it's a good one. So, and it's one that I am am excited to delve into because I feel like I have not done the homework. So, um, it's a good vibe. I'm here for it. So, um, and I feel like that again opens up the door for everybody else. If you'd like to do a Japanese artist or group or something, then that'd be good. So it's on the docket. So Gunky says this was my first real deep dive into her as well. There were a lot of songs by her I didn't know. Very nice. Well, we're all gonna get indoctrinated by Lisa on Monday. So part 1 of the stream will be Monday. And yeah, so that's about it. Other than that, like I said earlier, at the beginning of the stream, everything should be updated on Patreon, excluding this one. This should be updated hopefully by the weekend. So the everything categorically should be up here. And as far as YouTube goes, I have like about a couple months of backlog that have not been scheduled. So those will be going out. I'm thinking there probably will be like at least 3 or 4 videos a week. So, if you are watching on YouTube, you're gonna be eating for the next for the next couple weeks. So, I'm gonna try to keep like at least a couple week buffer between YouTube and Patreon. So if you're watching on Patreon, you'll just be getting it early. If you're watching on if you're watching here on YouTube, then it's gonna come out, but it'll come out a little bit later. So, Uni says I've heard of her plenty, but actually I've only heard her a little. So this should be interesting. Guggy says I will send you an updated guide by this weekend. Things have changed since I sent it to you. She added new videos. Hey, let's go. Let's go. I love the current up to date stuff, so I'm here for it. So very cool, very cool. Yeah, I don't think I got anything else. Jazz, again, thank you for the information. Thank you for the stream. Made it easy, so definitely appreciate that a lot. So everyone, give some kudos to Jazz in the comments. For SF9, we finally did it. So all we have to do is icon. That's the last one to complete the Kingdom trilogy. So, or not trilogy, did I don't even know, but yeah, that's the vibe. So very nice. Thanks, y'all. See y'all Monday for Lisa. So thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Kaylee does have icon, so we're good. Let's go. Throw them on the wheel. Thanks, y'all. Peace.